Hello, my name is Miranda HP.
And I'm Connor Calloway.
And we are the Bountiful Bards.
Please join us in our first ever recorded D&D campaign,
The Fountains of Cathaidra.
And we're back again. Are you ready to continue your journey from one, what'd you say, from one
closet to another?
That's all this dungeon is.
Of Leah Wicker.
One closet to another.
One might call it between two brooms.
I love that. All right, before we start again, just a reminder, we are using one mic because the other one went kaput, but we do have other ones on the way. But until then, this will suffice, we believe, so we are going to continue our trek. As you remember last time, Leah fell down a hole and bumped her head and woke up into a flickering room full of monstrous, deformed automatons seeking to harm her.
Well, that's rude. We don't know that they're monstrous and deformed. You can't just call people monstrous and deformed, Connor. It's impolite.
Okay, well, one did grab you and slam you into the ground, causing you pain, and was trying to put, metal into your body.
Metal monstrosities don't kill people, Connor. People kill people. Who programmed that monstrosity? Now that's who we need to hold accountable. I'm calling for all of you today to vote for me to end the rampaging rule of these inadvertent monstrosities. They instead wanted to be programmed to play Parcheesi, but no. They tried to instead squish the bard.
Squish the bard. Leah.
Yeah.
Inside this storage room are heaps of rotting boxes packed in the corners. The smell has a hint of mold, but spores towards the end of their life instead of the odors of the beginning. You have to roll me a concentration check, by the way, for when you took damage, if you don't mind.
That was ages ago. Cocked. 5.
Okay. Your spell that you created is now completely gone. It broke. However, if you'd like, you could spend another 10 minutes to see if you can detect whatever was magical in here. For the wand to work, you have to know what was magical. You have no idea what was magical, so you'll have to probably spend 10 minutes to perform the spell again.
Fine.
If it gives you time for the other automatons to get back to wherever they were.
Let's hope so.
This may or may not be inspired by, Five Nights at Freddy's.
That changes things.
Is it clarifying things? After spending 10 minutes, after calming your nerves, you do sense to your left, beneath some heaps of boxes, the more powerful essence of magic.
Any rupees?
No, the only thing that was close to a rupee was the thing that you found on the robot. And you can examine that as well. That blips in your bag, too, if you want it to.
That's nice, but I want to go for the other thing. I'll deal with the heart of the soulless automaton in a minute.
Roll me an investigation check with advantage.
21.
You make your way over. You move a couple of the rotting pieces of wood aside. And underneath it all, you see a piece of fabric. And you pull it up, shake it out. It's completely clean. It shimmers with beautiful rainbows colors.
Ooh.
You hold it in your hands, and as you say, "Oh, what beautiful colors," it seems to react to your thought of colors and shimmers in your hands. You give it another good shake and open it up, and it is a cloak.
I immediately put it on.
You don it?
Yes.
Put it in place, and as you do so, it brightens up as if excited, and then becomes dull.
Does it have the cool collar like Doctor Strange?
Do you want it to?
No.
Okay. Roll me a Arcana check.
18.
18.
Well, plus 4.
Plus 4?
22.
Oh, okay. I love that you're proficient in Arcana. However, magic's a bad thing, but I love it.
I've read a lot of books.
You have, and you have a knack for it. When you were looking at it, and you thought of all the pretty colors, you instantly saw that the cloth reacted to that. You think of just one color now, just to test the waters. Blue. The cloak becomes the shade of blue you are considering. This is called a cloak of many fashions, and it can change to whatever color you want it to for an action.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm just like, it could be like, it adds to your AC.
Nope.
It gives you, nope, it changes colors.
It's for aesthetics only.
Well, you know what? I could see how that would be useful in the whole like Sam and Frodo at the bottom of outside of Mordor kind of thing.
Or perhaps in a dungeon underground.
Yeah, I was trying not to be as on the nose about it, but yes, Connor, exactly that.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Has shiny.
Cloak of many fashions.
Oh, many fashions. Now, is it a circle cloak, half circle cloak?
What kind of cloak is it?
I don't know, I'm asking.
You tell me. What would look good on Leah?
Well, everything looks good on Leah, obviously, because she's young, so she's still skinny. No, it's probably, I was just more thinking about what? I was thinking about more of the physical ramifications, because like the cloak I wore for our wedding, or I made for our wedding, is a full circle cloak, and that took 9 yards of fabric. And
you didn't make this cloak.
Very heavy.
Okay.
So maybe
this cloak is not heavy.
Circle.
It's almost weightless.
Okay, cool.
Except it holds down against any movement if you wanted to.
So it's got some heft to it, but it's not like,
You want it to come down to about your knees?
Just a little below that, probably.
Not a problem. As you put on the cloak, fasten it. What's it fastened with? What is it? A metal clasp?
Yeah.
Just a simple metal, or
it would have to be simple, because you could have it look like.
Is there a hood?
Of course.
All right, a cloak with a hood
And pockets.
Pockets?
Yes.
How many pockets?
At least 2 that we know of.
Okay. Okay. I love it. Now that you've adorned that.
It's a cloak of requirement, Connor. It may have extra pockets if necessary.
No. What would you like to do next?
Okay. Well, I'm going to rummage about the room for a bit just to see if there's anything else. Like,
roll me another investigation check.
Well, I also kind of want to look at like the boxes themselves, right? Like we think of boxes as like a standard concept, but they aren't. Like boxes can tell you a lot about who made them.
Well, what do you want to know about the boxes?
Well, what shape are they? Like, are they rectangular? Are they square? If they're wood, what kind of wood? Like,
originally it seems like they were hexagon shaped with flat tops and bottoms. Would you roll an investigation?
Investigation?
Yeah.
17 plus 6.
Oh, how much is that?
God damn it. 23?
Yeah. Okay.
Why can't you give me the cloak of adding up rolls?
On several of them, you find a simple symbol burned into the top, as if the symbol of a company of some sort.
Okay. I'm going to write it.
It looks very much like an English R, except it had the very top of it, instead of arching outward, it arches inward. Mm-hmm. And then has a single little dash on the first straight up, has a single little dash across it. That's it.
So does it look like it's in radians?
It does look very similar to a radian symbol, yes.
Do I know what the radian symbol means from my...
Roll me a history check.
I was going to say from my very recent looking through radians. Oh, wow. I rolled the exact same number. History. 21.
21, you can ascertain that this isn't exactly a letter or a character.
Right.
It was probably used as a logo. Well, maybe the combination of 2 letters.
Right, I know. I assume that. But I'm saying, like, from knowing the radian alphabet, do I know what letters these are?
An R and a C.
Okay. Ha. I knew it.
Company RC or CR.
The Charlie Randall Shipping Company.
Oh, God. The Charlie Randall Shipping Company. Keep that in mind.
Okay. Charlie.
Other than that, from your investigation, you don't seem to find anything else of any use inside the storage room.
You just want me to get out. I will be like, how did they make these boxes?
There's nothing else here.
Are they tool made? Are they handmade?
You found nails, rusted. You found holes in the wood that the nails once were. You found burlap, rotten.
Do these look like they were mass-produced or individually crafted?
They look to be possibly mass-produced because they all look exactly the same. And I could keep going back and forth. But for those listening to our lovely story, let's not get wrapped up in the confines of economics just like the rest of historians are and get back to the good stuff.
Well, from one closet to another.
From one closet to another. What do you do?
Okay, so do I hear any more? Okay, well, I'm gonna take out the stone thing that I took from the dead guardian of murder.
Okay. You pull out this stone thing from the dead guardian of murder, and it is a crystal gem that seems to have multitude of sides, 10 or 12 or so. It looks like really thick glass, and encased in it is like a bluish liquid, I would say.
Dodecahedron. Oh my.
Not a dodecahedron. No.
A dodecahedron.
No.
It's a 12-sided figure.
Oh, yes, I know. But it's cover your ears, listeners. It's also very widely used in the last Critical Role campaign, and I'm trying not to have parallels to that.
Oh.
It's oblong, it's not all sides are even as you look at it. Mm-hmm.
It is orb. I ponder the orb.
You ponder it. Actually, no. Scratch the liquid. No liquid. But it is a blue gem.
Okay.
Maybe worth some money.
Maybe. And I sense magic from it, obviously, right?
As you reconcentrate your spell.
Well, because I hadn't let it down. You told me I recast it when I was looking for
Yeah, I said you had. I know you hadn't. You had 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You feel the magic in the crystal has faded to a dormant state, as if the magic has left it.
Okay, so.
But still a precious gem.
All right, cool. I'm going to tuck that away then.
You found some treasure.
Yeah, how big is it?
It's about the size of a grapefruit.
That's really big.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Put it in my backpack.
Your backpack?
My backpack.
Okay. Say it correctly.
That's how you say it. Why are you making fun of me? It's backpack. Okay. Do I hear any of the crashing metallurgy?
Perception check with advantage because you know what you're listening for.
Rage monsters of death. Okay, so I was going to say one more point. Use perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Silent as a grave. Crypt-like even.
Great. I open the door carefully.
As you open the door, doesn't seem to be anything out in the main hallway that you saw.
Okay, so I'm going to go over to that golden archway with stuff on it.
Okay.
Does it have like carvings or anything in it underneath this schmear?
Looks to be along the top, yes, but unfortunately out of your reach.
Can I make it out at all?
Give me another history check.
I'm assuming Leah is at least somewhat proficient in radiance at this point. 22.
22. Not exactly proficient, but since you know Radiant's been kind of important, you have spent some time in the library going over some of the characters and stuff in a book you found.
Plus, I have a real life Radiant goblin to have talked to about it.
Mm-hmm. What you can ascertain from it is on this side of the arch, you see hallway, essentially. And if you wanted to look out on the other side, you maybe can see some words on there as well, but that's only if you step out.
Well, is there anything moving past the doorway?
Roll me a perception check.
Archway. Damn it! Somebody freaking rolls. 1.
Okay. There's an archway directly across, about 20 feet across this hallway. It's a darkened room.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to be any light flickering in there like in the room that you're in. You look to the left, and you see probably about 60 feet in that direction. There's another arch leading into a lit room of some sort, flickering light. And then to your right, actually at 10 feet from you, you see stairs going up to it's a small hallway with an area to your right leading up a set of stairs to a closed stone door that's laced with the carvings of the Radian language.
I'm going to go up those stairs and look at the door.
All right. You just walk out all willy-nilly and walk up to the door. Wonderful.
No.
As you do so...
Why would I willy-nilly? I have never willy-nillied in my life.
Okay.
I have not even nilly-willied. Or William-nillium.
I'm sorry, are you stepping carefully then?
Obviously.
Well, then roll a stealth check.
There are murder robots on the roll. Ha, thank you.
You must tell the DM what you do.
Well, you didn't give me a chance.
I'm not supposed to be smart, DM.
The dice wanted me to save its life, so it gave me a 19 plus 2 for stealth.
Or 21.
Yes.
Ooh, super stealthy. Opening your lantern again, keeping it hooded so you don't take any attention. You're making sure the light does not draft into any of the rooms.
Lantern.
Yeah. You make your way up the stairs about 20 steps and you get to this large door with radiant carving on the outside. Roll me another history check.
I could also cast comprehend languages as a ritual, but yes.
If you want, it'll take 10 minutes.
16.
16. It says across it, to the surface. Essentially, it's a few more words added in, but what you can ascertain from it, it says it's
This
a sign
way
that
out.
says this way to the surface,
Sure.
or
Well,
surface door.
Well, they certainly would want to be OSHA compliant, so they're labeled their exits.
Actually, to be more specific, we'll say it says surface way.
Yeah,
That's it.
They're
Yeah.
under OSHA compliance. I
Yeah,
understand.
OSHA.
Very important in ancient times.
But it's a large stone door slab that seems to be closed in place.
Okay, well, good to know it's there. I wanted to know what it said on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, look, what the Lara Croft games have told me is if you just look at things with ancient words on them, that you suddenly understand them better for some reason. So,
Amen to that.
okay, so I'm going to very quietly and without a hint of a William or an Ilium make my way along to that flickering room, listening and looking for beep bop boop boop.
So the one basically across from the original room you were in?
Well, you said that one wasn't lit. You said the one down to the left was lit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My descriptions were all reversed that.
Okay.
The end of the hallway is darkened. The room across from you is still flickering with light, just like the other room.
Cool.
All creepy-like.
Yep.
Within this large room is several circular tables broken with age.
Oh, God.
A monument of webbing lines the east corner, and there appears to be another room tucked into the back.
Anything moving?
Roll a perception check.
15.
No. Doesn't seem to be anything moving at the moment. It's a lot of webbing, but you don't see any spiders of any particular size anywhere.
Oh, you mean literal webbing. I thought it was
A monument of webbing. Like a lot of webs made by spiders.
great. I hate spiders.
And then to the left, there's a bunch of circular tables. Several of them.
And they're broken. Are they
Yeah.
stone?
No, wooden, broken, rotten. Just kind of just there.
Does there look like anything interesting in here besides the creepy webs?
There's just one more room tucked into the back. I'd say it takes up the whole area of this large room. It takes up 1/4 of it.
I'm going to kind of sidle my way along,
Okay.
kind of keeping to the edges.
All right.
Like trying not to touch anything.
Of course.
Moving as quietly as possible.
Okay.
I am a mote of dust. I'm thinking very hard about the color of the wall behind me and having the cloak be the same color as the wall.
In the additional room, you can immediately see a stone upraised area, like a bar. To your right, you see another stone structure of some sort, a fire pit, a stove. There are hexagon-shaped barrels lining the back wall, laying on their sides. And there's also an automaton standing in the middle of the room. It twitches its head a little bit, but the red lights seem to be staring off at the wall to its right. In its right hand is a cleaver.
Oh, the poor tavern robot. The spiders must have made it go crazy.
The spiders are the ones behind all this.
Well, I understand. It just internalized arachnophobia to the point where it just went postal. Okay, I'm going to back my way up then.
All right, you gonna leave? That's fine.
I'm not going to attack a robot that's gone insane from spiders with a cleaver.
As you make your way back out of the room, because it doesn't seem to be anything more of interest in here, you look back up at the arch and you see that it says above the top, cafeteria.
I wonder. Okay, so maybe this is their version of the school, the university.
Maybe.
Okay, so I'm gonna head back to that room that is dark.
As you get closer, it's actually not dark, just dim compared to the flickering light that's been throwing off your eyes adjusting. You can't really, it's hard to focus. But here, exiting the hallway, the first thing you notice in this new room is the stone on the floor changes from a light gray to a dark blue, almost black. This chamber stretches outward in either direction. This is a tunnel that ends in rubble at either end. and sections of the ceiling have fallen about the place. In front of you is a long-forgotten wagon with broken wheels, and cracked stone benches symmetrically line both sides of the hallway.
Oh my god, this is an ancient subway station.
Lastly, there appears to be a few slightly raised platforms, large circular sections lifted only an inch or two off the ground. On the platforms, something is scratched there, an assortment of grooves. You'll have to take a closer look to see.
I'll take a closer look to see.
But you also see 3 more of these automatons standing in stationary positions throughout this tunnel. There's one to your left, one to your right, and one in front of you to your left as well. So once again, just to go back over this, you're in a long hallway. Mm-hmm. There are 4 raised platforms about an inch or two off the ground. To your right, the platform seems to be covered in debris. Just a big, 6 feet tall pieces of the ceiling that have just crushed and crumbled here. Same thing can be said actually for the one to the far left, which the cave-in that apparently has happened has just completely covered that 2/3 of the way. The circle to your left seems to be the only one completely empty and intact, while you have to get closer to the far one to your right to see what's wrong with that, if there's anything wrong with that.
Do you have it drawn out?
I do. Give me 1 second. And everybody at home will be able to see this map as well. 1 second.
It's part of my ADD. I don't.
No, you're fine.
Okay. So, where am I? Okay. So there's So where are the automatons?
There's one right across, just a little bit to the left of the next golden archway that leads into some rooms. And then you have one standing over here, and then one standing somewhere over here, kind of just staring at the wall.
Okay. So, but they don't seem to have seen me or
Not
anything?
with the stealth check that you had, no.
Okay. I don't think I can take 3 on at once.
I understand. And these are not broken legs, by the way. They all seem to be standing.
I picked up on that.
They're better functioning than the first one you came across.
Okay. Okay. So, how far away are these guys?
So the one across from you, like I said, this hallway, I should have been more descriptive. It is as long as probably both the cafeteria and the waiting room you were in put together, and the hallway. Like, this is long. It even goes a little bit further, but the rubble stops. As there's, as you can tell, there's no need to go past that. Easily about 200 feet wide, thereabout, and it's about 50 feet across. It's a huge room with all these benches and stuff that are inside. I'm very proud of you. You kind of hit the nail on the head thinking of this is their version of the subway. You've put it together.
It's an ancient metro.
Yeah, it is. You always make me smile when you figure it out.
Well, I appreciate that. I really wish that she could throw her voice. Is there not an ability for that?
There is for clerics.
It just seems odd that bards don't have that,
Yeah, there's minor illusion. That's how you can do that as well.
Oh, I guess.
Might be a cantrip you need to pick up on if you level. Keep that in your mind. That might be how, she gets that spell next go around.
Noted. Okay. So, so you said there's one of the dais thingies.
Right to your left. That's complete.
Right to my left.
Right to your left. To your left.
Okay.
It seems to be the only one not covered in anything.
And how far away is that? And how far away is one of the automatons from that?
You are both equally away from it on either side of this tunnel.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of so basically still against the wall, moving so fucking slow.
So slow?
So slow.
Very slow.
So slow.
Is that your Markiplier impression?
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Roll me a stealth check.
Come on, Leah. So it says here I can add half my proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check I make. That's
already factored in.
It is?
Yeah, jack of all trades. Yeah, it's already factored in.
Damn it. Not bad. 17.
Not bad, 17. Okay. Let me check the passive perception of these. Excuse me, the passive perception. I'll have them all rip you to shreds and no one will hear you scream, Leah. Don't you make fun of my speech impediment. Wow.
That doesn't sound like a good for me, wow.
You start to make your way over, keeping your eye on the closest one. It shifts a little, and you freeze. And it goes dormant again.
I mean, I've got the hood on this damn cloak pulled up and everything. It's
what
the
color
same...
is the cloak? Is it still blue?
No, it's the color of the wall.
Oh, okay. You got to tell me that. I didn't know that. So you shifted it to the grays of the wall. That's perfect. Absolutely wonderful.
I'm like, because I'm like looking at the wall. I'm like, oh, that color.
That's how that can work.
Yeah.
You know, it's like those images where you have to like pull them very slowly away from you so you can start seeing the image hidden in all the patterns.
Well, and it's not a solid color either. It's modeled.
I understand.
Like Lord Vatinari did when he went to his...
Right, in the disc world.
Yes, when he went to his sneaking around class and his teacher said he never saw him there and he said yes. That was the point.
That was the point. Therefore, I passed.
Right.
You move a little bit more. And it shifts over in your direction. And then shifts away. And then moves a couple more feet to the right and then goes dormant again. And you are now at the platform that you wanted to get to.
Okay. Do I see anything interesting?
You do.
Cool. What do I see?
On this platform, this large circular area, about a 30 foot diameter, maybe even like 20 feet diameter radius, or not radius, diameter. Radius is half a diameter. Geometry. You see carvings of geometric patterns just overlaid one on top of the other. And then on the entire outside rim, you see etchings of different characters, not Radian, something else. But in large Radian letters, carved on right beside the platform on the actual stone ground, you could actually try and read those letters.
I wonder if it's a teleportation circle. I'm going to read it.
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay. That did not work at all. 7.
A 7. Yeah, and this is the first time you've really seen any of these. You've seen the etchings on the side of your bottle of endless water and things like that, but the ones here are just... like, you may know one or two out of the probably 1,000 characters that have been etched into this circle.
I'm going to try to copy them down.
You can take a brief etching of some of them, but you're not going to be able to get all of them. It would take hours.
No, I know. I just want to get kind of the gist of it.
Right. You can see, though, etched into the ground in front of it. Give me a history check again, just to see if you can read what it says.
$19.
19?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Given it a brief reading, it says City Way or Radian Way.
Okay, so I do feel like it must be some kind of like teleportation device or something.
Okay.
Is it glowing like the thing in
no,
my pocket?
Everything is dormant. And the thing in your pocket's not glowing anymore.
Right.
It was, though.
Right. How tall is this thing?
It's only like 5 inches off the ground. It's literally just high enough for people to understand. If once you step this threshold, you should expect something to happen.
Okay,
kind of
I'm
thing.
going to step on the threshold.
You step onto it?
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Damn it.
But you get a better idea, and you can see the rest where it's just completely symmetrical. It's the entire array of shapes is even every way you look. The lights flicker a little in the rooms in the distance.
Aren't those the rooms I just came from?
Mm-hmm. The lights are flickering, growing weak. They'll grow strong and pulse, and then they'll grow weak again.
So it just needs more power to work?
Maybe.
Well, I didn't see any.
Give me a
that
perception check.
Power supply closet.
Not yet.
A what check?
A perception.
16.
Looking over the automatons, now that you kind of get that idea in your head, that whatever might be fueling this, they move a little bit and then they just go dormant.
Right,
Like-
they're conserving power.
It seems like it.
Well, they've been here for a minute,
A long time.
so...
There's another archway that's across from this very large tunnel area if you wanted to go into it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. I thought it was just blocked off and then I had nowhere else to go.
The automaton is right next to it.
I gotcha.
Are you
So,
going to try and scoot past it, or?
no. Can I see the map and indicate to me where the thingamajigs are again, please?
It is right here.
Okay. And where are the other ones? So you said one moved a little bit. So I'm on the dais.
You're on this dais.
I'm physically on the dais.
You're on the dais too. And if you look over back to the right, there's another archway you could go through.
Okay. So... And wasn't there another one over off behind there?
No. It's
No.
just this archway right here.
No. Automatons.
Yes. Oh, there's one off to the far left and one off to the far right over here.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off of the dais and go by that bench. I'm
You
going
go by this bench?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So you start slowly making your way over there. Now what?
Well, because I basically want to be crouched down, hidden, all that good stuff.
Okay.
So I want to make myself as invisible as possible.
No, you're fine with that. Roll me a stealth check with advantage because you've changed the color of your cloak.
And I'm in full cover.
You're hiding behind the bench.
Not 20.
Oh, okay.
I disappear.
Boosh. Vanish like mist. All right.
Okay. And then I'm probably going to regret this. Okay, so how far is 60 feet to my right?
How far is it?
Yeah, like
It's
what is
approximately
it next to?
60 feet.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like relative to all these doodads.
It's about 30 feet away from them. They're about 60 feet from you now.
Okay, so I'm trying to get... Can I see the map, please, so I can show you? I am trying to, like, basically have a point that far over as possible. Because I'm going to cast
Yes.
something that is exactly 60 feet
I got you.
that way.
Oh, yeah, I ascertained that.
Okay.
What spell?
Okay, does it... Okay.
I cast Fireball. You can't. I know you don't have Fireball yet.
No, because, well, if I had fire bolts, it would still come from me to go somewhere else. So I'm not using that. So I was going to ask... Okay, so I have two options, but I want to ask you about this one. Okay, so Dissonant Whispers, it says only one creature of my choice within range can hear.
Yes.
So can I make it seem like the whisper is coming from a different direction?
Generally, when you hit something with Dissonant Whispers, they can't tell where it's coming from. They just hear it. And they will start looking around.
Okay, well, since I am...
That's why it's like dissonance. It's supposed to come from all the places at once.
Okay, well, since I'm not in combat, can I basically do two things in succession?
Yeah, if you don't get caught, what would be the second thing you'd like
Okay,
to
so
do?
well, basically what I want to do is I want to have Mage Hand throw a rock
Okay.
as far as it can. So I'm
Okay.
conjuring the Mage Hand as far away from me as possible.
Have you ever done Mage Hand before? You have. Right. Okay. So you want to do that?
Yep, as far away from me as possible and like chuck a rock or something.
Okay.
Like, or debris.
Okay.
Debris.
A Deborah.
As chuck Deborah as
Okay.
far away
All right.
as possible. And then I want to cast Dissonant Whispers at whichever automaton is nearest the throw of the rock.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check to pick up a rock and throw it, just to see how far you can throw it with your concentration.
19 plus 4.
19 plus 4.
23.
There we go.
Stop doing this to me!
What is the range of Mage Hand?
30 feet. That's why I wanted to like chuck that sucker.
So you're able to pick up a rock, drift it to the farthest that you possibly can. Mage Hand passes the archway you came through. And you wanted to chuck it down the tunnel, further down the tunnel away from you, and you do so. The rock goes flying. You hear tap, 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 tap. As the two automatons on that side both look up and power up, it seems, and begin to trudge in that direction. You quickly look back to the one on the other side of the tunnel that would have to pass you. They don't seem to react to that soft sound. So there's only two automatons that have both wandered further down the tunnel away from the Golden Arch.
Okay, but there's one right next to the Golden Arch still?
No, that one left.
Oh, okay, good. So is there anything between me and the Golden Arch?
Nope.
Okay.
You scurry in? Okay.
I'm gonna still be not William Nilliamed.
Roll me yet one more stealth check because you used your spell.
16?
So much rolling.
I know. And it's stressing me out.
They have very low passive perception.
Okay.
As you quickly skirtle over and into the last golden archway that you find.
I couldn't tell because your reaction was either their perception was or like
scanning, target acquired. I'm sorry, I do not understand, says her voice. We're not going to say she who must not be named.
Access denied.
As you scurry into this golden arch, there are two doors. There's one to your left and one ajar that is closed.
Oh God, jar.
And one to your right that is ajar.
I would pick up the jar.
There is no jar.
Oh.
It's ajar.
But you said right. I pick up.
It's ajarred, woman.
But I like jars. You never know. You might need something in them.
Right.
Put it in the dishwasher. We might use it. Okay. Two doors. One that is ajar. I'm going to peek inside the jarred room.
Thank you for listening. Please leave a review anywhere you found us. You can reach out to us on Twitter at Bountiful Bards. We hope to see you again on the civilized road.
And bring bread and cheese.
As the story goes, until then.